Hey babes, welcome back. He's back. So we're gonna get right into this video. Parting the hair straight down the middle. I've already pre-washed and conditioned his hair with Aussie Moist 3-minute conditioner and shampoo. And so yeah, we just section off the hair into 4 sections. You can use clips, scrunchies, whatever it is you feel comfortable with. The goal is to just make sure that you can completely detangle the hair and to be able to blow dry it out. So I'm going to be using my Chi blow dryer. I think I got this on sale at either Marshalls or TJ Maxx for about $55. It was either $65 or $55. I remember getting it on sale. It's typically about $89. So if you guys are in, I guess, in the market for a new blow dryer or flat iron, definitely check out Marshalls and TJ Maxx first. So to kind of apply like a heat protectant and also a leave-in conditioner, I'm using the Grow Baby Grow products, and of course that will be in my description box below. So definitely make sure to check it out. I've been using it on his hair and also my hair. So to actually blow dry everything out, I'm going to be using the tension method. So it's pretty much where you just pull the hair as taut as possible or as tight as possible, just to pretty much stretch the hair without having to use like any utensils any tools like a comb or a brush. And so you just pull it out, go ahead and have your blow dryer on medium to high heat. If you choose to, this blow dryer gets really hot, so I didn't want to apply too much heat. I kind of had it somewhere in between, and then once I kind of got the hair stretched out just a tiny bit to get some of that water out, I did go ahead and split it into 2 and take, it's not a Denman brush, but it's one of those like detangler brushes. I got this one at I believe Sally's for about $8 or $10, either way. I'm always off, but I'll do my best to try to find the brush for you to leave it in the description box. And again, I'm using the tension method. The only difference is with the brush, it's a little bit easier for me to really be able to pull the hair. If I had a round brush, this would be so much easier to do, but in the event that you don't, you can do this with a paddle brush or any type of thermal styling brush, just to really provide some tension to the hair to allow you to stretch everything out. Pull and stretch, pull and stretch. So obviously you want to make sure the hair is completely detangled, not snagged in any way. My goal was not to get the hair bone straight because I don't want to give him like any heat damage or anything like that. And I think this was the first time that we actually blow dried his hair in probably about maybe almost a year, I think. And so it's been almost a year since the last trim. That's really bad, but his hair has grown so much, so it's going to be probably about 1 inch of hair that we're actually going to take off. I wanted to measure it just to see how long it had gotten, and it was 15.5 inches. So he almost got a 16-inch, although I will be trimming off about 1/2 inch of hair today. So just keep that in mind. I'm pretty much just going to get everything blow dried out. You guys will pretty much be able to just kind of follow along if you want to enjoy that soothing process. Go ahead and play these tunes for you, and then I will be back once it's time to go ahead and start the cutting. But one more thing before we do that. So on this portion of the hair, I did kind of just pull it out a little bit different than I did originally. This is completely optional. If you don't want to do the tension method where you're holding the hair out, you know, with your hands first, you can definitely start with the brush. This is perfect, like I said, if you have the round brush, because you can literally start from the root to pull the hair out without ever having to, I guess, do too much work. It's really simple. You're able to apply the heat. By the time you finish and you get down to the end of the strand of hair or ends of the strands of hair, the hair is completely dried and blown out. So it definitely just, I don't know, it's way easier to do it this way. But you guys will see throughout the video, I'll kind of go back and forth from using my hand first, then the brush, or either just using the brush to begin with. So really easy, and like I said, it's on medium to high heat, so it's not too crazy, and you don't want to leave it at any spot for too long. But all right, bye y'all.
So I thought I needed. Thought I needed. So I thought I needed. You make
Alright, so his hair is extremely soft, and you guys can see it's already starting to puff up, so this just had me like, come on now, come on. So anyway, you want to start off by sectioning off the hair. This makes it a ton, I guess a lot more easier. I'm saying a ton more easy. Like, do that even make sense? But it makes it a lot more easier to really just get into the cut and really provide yourself with like some type of guideline. If you section off the hair, you kind of don't want to go into this blindly, especially if you are doing this at home. If you guys are wanting to do this on yourself, I did post another video where I actually showed you how I trimmed my really horrible ends. His ends were nowhere near as horrible as mine. So if you want to check out that video, I will post it in my description box and at the end of this video as well if you want. Now's a good time to go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. Go ahead and join the Sunflower Gang. Comment below Sunflower Gang if you have not done that. But yeah, so the shears that I'm using I got from the Bronner Brothers Hair Show. I will find you some on Amazon really easy. You just want to make sure that they are either the left or the right-handed scissors. I'm pulling the hair straight down to the farthest point, and I'm pretty much looking for those see-through ends. Any areas that I see are kind of split, dull, feeling kind of crusty, just not where it needs to be. I am cutting, so I kind of already had an idea of where that needed to be cut. Some people get scissor happy. You definitely want to trim off what needs to be gone and not go overboard. This is not like a situation where I'm going for a particular cut necessarily, but I'm going for the health of the hair. So we're gonna make sure that all the ends are pretty much blunt. It's not like he wears his hair any other way outside of like little braids and plaits, so we want everything to be one length. That way he doesn't have layered plaits, because that will look really weird. So that is pretty much it on that. So as you guys can see, right out of the gate, the cut is extremely straight. Throughout this video, you will kind of see where areas of his hair kind of shrink up, and that's literally his hair like reverting. I was just like, what? Like, by the end of this, you guys will see it'll be a poof ball, but the goal is to pull the hair as straight as possible. So you want to make sure that you're using a fine tooth comb just to make sure that everything is completely straight. Now, me cutting, I was definitely cutting past the knuckle, y'all. Be careful. The scissors are extremely sharp, and I'm just kind of like, let me get through this bulk of hair, but you know, don't be like me. Definitely take your time as much as possible, because I did have to kind of go back and check my work throughout the cut. And yeah, it really was not too much that I had to cut off. You guys will just kind of follow along with this portion of the video as well, slowly going throughout the hair. And once I get a little bit past his ears, I do actually kind of switch up the direction that I'm cutting, or more so just checking the work, because you'll notice the further up the head you go, obviously the hair is not going to reach past the areas that you cut that bottom layer at, or for the most part it won't. So you're kind of just doing that cleanup there, and then you'll go back through and hold the hair at about a 90-degree angle to be able to, or not even about, exactly a 90-degree angle away from the head to be able to properly cut and kind of follow your guideline. We're going to call this a traveling guide, just to really be able to go out throughout all the bits of the hair. And especially because his hair is so thick, it made the cutting guideline so easy to follow, just because you can clearly see like where the dead hair is and what needs to go and what doesn't. So you want to part vertically whenever you get ready to start that process. But like I said, for now I'm just cleaning everything up and making sure it's extremely even. So here is that vertical part I told you guys about. We're just pulling the hair straight out from the area that it is at, and you're going to literally just cut straight up. If you guys are wanting to feather out the hair, that is a totally different type of video. I'm not going to be doing that just because I don't enjoy that type of cut, unless it's going to be on like a client or something, but you won't see that on me or him, so that is just that. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue this all the way around the head. You want to make sure that you are holding the hair out and as tight as possible. You don't want it to kind of kick back on you. That's usually the purpose in you cutting hair when it's bone straight, just so you can really get a feel for what it is that you're cutting. If you need the hair to be straighter than this, I definitely suggest making sure that it is pulled out bone straight. If you want to do the flat iron thing, definitely do it, but this is going to be more so if you're a little bit more experienced with scissors, because curly hair is a little bit harder to cut, and his hair kind of grows funny too. So on one side, the other, I guess one side grows faster than the other side, and then the bottom of his hair grows faster than the top of his hair. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure the guide is exactly where it needs to be, because you don't want an uneven cut. So that's why it's going to be extremely important to really just take your time and go around the cut. You guys will see towards the right side of his head, it looked like I had to cut off a little bit more. That's only because of the way he was tilted and the way the camera is. So it was about the same amount of hair. It's just a different angle, so don't be alarmed. He wasn't getting a bob or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna flash forward through this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, leave any comments down below. Our Instagram information will be listed in my description box as well. And that's just pretty much it. So anywho, I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.